Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mocha's Stories. Chapter 1 Cocktail Party. Sunlight kissed Reese's skin, spreading golden warmth across her arms and parts of her face as it fought against the lingering chill in the air. It wasn't quite summer yet, but when her cousin Khalil invited her to this cocktail party, she didn't hesitate. She indulged in any reason that allowed her to get dressed up. It was exhilarating the way people responded to her, women and men alike. However, soon their admiration would get to be too much. Her social battery was declining quickly, so she now stayed close to the window, sipping on something sweet yet strong, while gazing upon the busyness of the city. "You good over here?" Khalil's voice broke through the chatter as he appeared beside her. He looked dashing as ever in his tailored suit. The other women at the party did well to make that known. "I'm good. You?" "Oh, I'm great," he replied, way too enthusiastically. Reese raised an eyebrow before turning to give him a pointed look. "Boy, are you drunk?" "Oh, relax, don't do that, I'm not drunk." "You better not be. You drove, remember?" I know. Don't worry," he paused. "You did get something to eat, right?" Her skeptical stare softened into a smile. Khalil had a way of making one feel like the center of every room, always checking in, always making sure she was good. It was one of the many reasons she adored him. "Yeah, I ate already." He studied her for a beat, like he fully didn't believe her. "I'm okay, seriously," Reese laughed, just taking a break from all the soul-sucking conversations. Khalil's eyes glinted with amusement. "Yeah, some of them can be bland." "I doubt that would be the case for you. You're good at charming the socks off of people," Reese thought to herself. "All right, just checking. Folks are starting to dip out, but do you mind if we stay a little longer?" Reese followed her cousin's gaze to see what he was looking at. Of course, she smirked. It was a woman. Very beautiful, light brown-haired girl in a fitted baby blue dress. However, Khalil's eyes kept jumping to the very long slit the dress held on the woman's right leg. "That's fine, go on ahead." With a grin, Khalil reached out and pinched her cheek, his dimples on full display. "Cool." Reese never understood why he did that, but she didn't mind it. Khalil felt more like a big brother than a cousin most days. Reese was just about to grab another glass of rosé when she noticed someone entering the party from a side door. He was tall, lean, and wore an olive green tie that contrasted well with his solid blue tailored suit. He didn't look familiar, but his stride said he belonged. Reese started to look away until his voice stopped her. "Excuse me." She turned to him. "Yes?" "I'm Juke. Is Khalil around?" The baritone in his voice caused some tingles to surface. She gestured towards Khalil, who was now surrounded by a multitude of women. "He's over there." Of course he knows Khalil. That boy knows everybody, she thought. "Thank you. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name?" "Reese. I'm Khalil's cousin." "Oh, right. Nice to meet you," he said, smiling. Reese offered a polite nod and sipped her drink. "I like your locks. How long have you been growing them?" "Almost 2 years. And thank you. You're very welcome." Reese immediately caught the look he gave her, lingering, a little too focused. Suddenly, the little black dress that gave her athletic build a flattering yet modest display was working against her. She knew that look from anywhere. It danced between admiration and desire. But the issue lay in the determination flashing as he scanned her body. Reese resisted the urge to shift her weight. "Did you need something else?" she asked, lifting a brow. Juke chuckled nervously. You from here?" She almost sighed. "Be nice," she told herself. "Born and raised. You?" "Houston. Well, Houston born, raised closer to Galveston." "Oh boy, another foreigner." He laughed. "What do you mean by that?" "Nothing," Reese smirked, amused. "You like it here?" "I do. Glad I made the move. Met some solid people. It's been good for my music too." "Music?" He shrugged, but was far from shy. "Yeah, I sing. I'm everywhere. You should give me a listen sometime." "All right, maybe I will. See if the confidence matches the voice." Her own voice was playful, teasing. A pause settled between them, not quite awkward, but brushing up against it. Reese glanced towards Khalil, thinking she might join the group, but before she could speak, Juke beat her to it. "Can I ask you something?" Reese tensed just slightly. She knew where this was headed. She remembered the way he looked at her. Now it was just a matter of waiting for the question. "I think you're really gorgeous," he said. "Can I have your number?" His voice was steady, but there was a flicker of something else beneath it. Arrogance disguised as charm. A half smirk ghosted his lips, then vanished so fast she almost doubted it was ever there. "I'm sorry," Reese replied, soft but firm. "I'm flattered, but I have a boyfriend." It was the truth. She did. And at that moment, she wished he was standing right beside her. Juke's expression didn't waver, but the energy between them shifted. He adjusted his stance, hands sliding into his pocket. "Understood. Well, it was nice talking to you." This part always sucked. Reese didn't particularly like rejecting people, but sometimes it had to be done. "Yeah, you too. I was just about to head out anyway." Reese downed the rest of her glass and set it on a table nearby. "I hope you enjoy the rest of your night." With that, she walked past Juke and strutted towards Khalil to say her goodbyes. As expected, he asked if she was okay. Twice. She assured him she was, blamed it on the exhaustion, and gave him a tight squeeze before heading out of the building. Juke stayed in his spot, watching her retreat. His gaze didn't drop until she was completely out of sight. He believed she definitely had a boyfriend. She didn't seem like the type to lie about that. But somehow, that made her even more attractive. He exhaled slowly, then made his way over to Khalil and his harem. "Juke," Khalil greeted with a grin and a smack on the back. "When did you get here?" Juke cast one last look towards the door Reese walked out of. "A few minutes ago. Was talking to someone." "Your cousin, actually." "Take a walk with me, would you?" Khalil turned towards the women, trying to gain back his attention, and politely excused the two. He ushered Juke off to the side, almost near where Reese and he stood a few moments ago, and gave him a knowing smirk. "Yeah, don't even think about it." "What are you talking about?" "I'm talking about Reese. She's taken. End of story." Images of Reese's mahogany skin, plump lips, and dark eyes flickered in Juke's mind, but he pushed them away. He kept walking beside his best friend, pretending to be interested in the sights of the very large first floor of this party. "I don't know what you mean. I was looking for you, and she happened to be the first person I saw." The air between them grew a little tense. Juke grabbed a glass of rosé from the nearest table and scanned the people in the room. He recognized a few faces, mostly girls. Khalil never had too many guy friends. The few guys who remained all had their sights set as well, but the girl that Juke wanted had walked away, graceful and sure, leaving him behind like he never stood a chance. "How long has she been taken?" he asked under his breath. "I knew it," Khalil laughed. "You think my cousin is cute." "She's all right," Juke replied, shrugging. "So you think she's ugly?" "No, she's beautiful," he said without hesitation, and instantly regretted it. Khalil's grin grew wide. Juke rolled his eyes and muttered, "Whatever." All right, listen, man. She's been with this dude for a minute, and she's happy, so don't go stirring things up." "Whoa, what makes you think I know you?" Khalil raised his brows. Juke held his hands up. "All right, I'll leave her be. Thank you. Now come on. We have all these lovely ladies trying to gain our attention, and right now we look really antisocial over here." Juke chuckled and followed his best friend back to the group, but his mind never really left that beautiful, locked-up, dark-skinned woman who had embedded herself somewhere deep inside his mind. And despite everything he said, he knew he wouldn't forget her anytime soon. 1 week later. "Take deep breaths. Don't lash out," Reese kept telling herself. "Listen to what he has to say." "That sounds like bullshit," she blurted out. "That sounds like bullshit." "You think I'm bullshitting?" her boyfriend's voice echoed in the air. He was on speakerphone as she sat in the middle of her freshly vacuumed soft carpet. She hadn't left that spot in the last 45 minutes they had been arguing. "Yeah, I do." "Yo, why are you being so cold? It's like you don't even hear me." "Oh no, I heard you quite well. You said the distance is getting to you, blah, blah, blah. I fucking get it." Reese tried to calm herself, but all of this seemed to come out of nowhere. She didn't understand where all this sudden anxiety towards their relationship was coming from. She thought they were fine. They saw each other often and talked every day. To her, it felt like he was always right next to her. "Babe, look, I know what you're thinking, and it's not that. I want to be with you. Then what is it? Because you're confusing the hell out of me, Micah." "I honestly don't even know myself. I probably shouldn't have said anything. Look, let me get my thoughts together and we'll come back to this later." "Fuck no, you need to spit it out now," Reese wanted to yell out. But instead she responded with, "Yeah, maybe you should think really hard about what you're trying to say. We'll talk some other time." I love you. You too," Reese rushed out before swiftly hanging up the phone. That was rude, but her feelings were hurt, and she knew that if she stayed on the phone for another second, she would risk saying something she might regret later. Thankfully, she had been working on her ability to listen to understand and refrain from responding when she felt emotionally threatened. After a few more minutes of silence, she stood up from her bedroom floor and went to take a shower. She stepped into her bathroom and already felt some tension leaving her body. This room was probably her favorite in the whole apartment. It was lavender themed with a gold trim, with light purple tiles covering her walls. Lavender scented candles placed around her sink, purple towels neatly hanging from her towel rack, and her favorite flower, lilies, placed by the windowsill. She lit her candles and turned the shower to the hottest setting. Once she stepped foot into the water, her mouth let out a euphoric sigh. She began to lather herself with her vanilla body wash and let the aroma calm her heart rate. As the water and suds ran down her mocha skin and down the drain, she felt as if all her problems and worries went down the drain with them. Her relaxed state was soon interrupted by the loud ring from her cell phone. Reese quickly jumped out of the shower with hopes that it was Micah calling, but was somewhat disappointed when the caller ID showed Khalil. She let out a more annoyed sigh, wrapped her body in a towel, and answered the phone. "Hello? Finally, damn. What were you doing that was so important? I was taking a shower for your information. What's up?" "Oh, that's perfect. Go ahead and get dressed in something nice. We're going out." Reese cringed at his excitement. Khalil, no, not this time. I just want to relax tonight. Relax? What happened? Nothing happened. Okay, so we're going out then. No, you're going out and I'm staying home, she snapped while wrapping her damp hair. Oh, now I definitely know something's up. What's going on? I'm sorry. I'm just tense. Micah and I got into this weird argument, and now I'm confused. Shit, I'm sorry. You need me to come over? No, I'm fine, really. No, you're not. You have that tone in your voice. You're bothered by this. So why don't you come out with us, have a drink, and let loose a little? You can cry if you need to, and I'll punch anyone who says something about it. Dancing always makes you feel better. Reese paused. She hated when her cousin was right. It was rare, but when he hit the mark, she gave him his props. Fine, I'm getting dressed now. Does this mean I was right? Khalil chuckled. Bye, fool. See you soon, sis. Reese hung up the phone and fought the urge to smile. Idiot, she mumbled. She took a look at herself in the mirror, and a sudden rush of confidence flew through her veins. Her boyfriend's confusion, or doubt, or whatever it was, had nothing to do with her. That was his problem to work out. She was going to get dressed and have fun tonight.